and welcome back. In this video, I am ready to show you something very interesting, and much more than it being interesting in the fact is the fact that it's a money making machine. Like, this is the real ATM. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is how to create bundle template for maybe brands, for people, and essence of that is just the way Canva as template that we come to use. You can make branded template for people. Like, okay, for example, somebody is trying to run an online business. They want to keep pushing out content, and then just in a day, you make about 10 different flyers for them in a bundle, and then you give them access to it such that they can come and edit certain things on it. So the color is already in their like brand color, they already have their logo on it, and it makes it super easy because you could just make this, sell to them, and they can have access to changing just a little bit of things on it. They don't have to know about graphic design. You just would have done every single thing, but maybe they just need to change the text. They can do that. And that's amazing because you can make designs like this and sell to people, sell to businesses. Another thing is you can even make bundles like this for books, ebooks. I know a lot of people that do Amazon KDP today, and it's very important for them to create book covers and book layout, book templates. Okay, so that's one of the amazing things you can use this to do and sell it. Okay, so you're feeling won't Canva be angry that we are doing that? Okay, so this is absolutely legal. Canva allows it. You can do your research, but you cannot sell the templates that Canva made themselves. That's the only exception to the rule. You can't sell their own template. So you have to make your own template outrightly, your own creativity, your own colors, your own text, your own images, and all of that. So right now, I think let's just make an example and do for a book. So we're going to do a book cover, we're going to do the book layout, and then you can obviously sell this to someone out there who needs it. So let's get started. The first thing is you might want to check for the size of a book cover or a book, right? Ebook. So let's set and see. Okay, we already even have some options. So we're going to click on just one of them and check the size. But still, it can still be depending on you. It can still be depending on the place where the person wants to use the book. Okay, so you might want to ask the person, is there a required dimension? Because on some platform like Amazon, there is a required dimension. There is a size that you must give to the book cover. Okay, so let me just, okay, so this is, let me check it in inches. This is 5.33 by 8.33. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my home page, custom size. So let's do it in inches. Remember, I viewed it in inches. I should do it in inches. 5.333 by 8.333. So create a new design. Okay, so you can see our margins are here already, but actually we are not printing this, so we might not have to like strictly look at the margin. And then one thing is you want to create an amazing or very good looking front page. So depending on what the person is trying to write about, we already talked about creating front pages. Depending, you can use an image of the person. There are books too that use the image of the person. So I'm going to create a book right now. I'm just going to use my image so that I don't go about looking for pictures that I don't know if they are existing. So I'm just going to use my image, look for a background that is fitting. Okay, so just assume that I'm the one writing this book. Let's just assume, right? So I could have a background color that just blends in. Okay, so I think this brown or a deeper brown would do. I really think this would do. You might just want to depending on whatever it is I am writing on or I have decided to write on. Just pull in some creativity here. Okay. Just working around stuff, right? So just to make our book look amazing. Remember, this is your territory, it's your creativity. Just do it the way you think you can get the best result out of this. Okay, so what about I just type the title of the book to be let's look at this. Let me just type the zero capital. I could look at this, right? I'm going to pick font first. Antonio Bold. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. So I could place it here. Remember, I could decide to place it here and use maybe a white background kind of. Let me put it here. It's not bad here. I feel like the spacing is too much, so I reduce the line spacing there. Okay, so right here you want to put a subheading. What is a book without a subheading? What exactly is a book without a subheading? Learn how to invest with the best and minimal capital. Of course, you don't want your subheading to be this big, so you're looking at something very small. It could be in two lines. That's not a problem. If you pull this in, it's going to click on it again, please. It's going to readjust it. Like, okay, so let's just do something quickly. All right. So I'll just move it here. I still feel it's even. I could make it italics. I still feel the spacing is too much. Okay. Depending on what you want to do, I'm thinking that okay, let's move this up a little bit. Remember that here the margin is not necessarily a thing. So I could decide to bring in lines or even squares. Right here, right on top here. Like really reduce this, and I could duplicate it too. And then it just kind of, I still feel it's so bold. I prefer it being really light. The line weight. So let me make it 1. Yes. Make this 1 too. Okay, right here we have something to work with. And right at the bottom here, I could just decide to pick up this, duplicate it, and rotate it. Do I have my rotate button? Just make sure your hand can be straight. If you know it's not, just pick in. Except for the fact that I have this here. I hope this looks amazing. So, okay, let me delete that. Great. Remember, it's your creativity. It's you trying to be creative here. Do whatever you think is best or would give you the best result. So right here, I could write the author's name. Sorry, I said replace. I could find the text and write the author's name. Edit Oluwapelumi. I can tell you. And then bring it here. Of course, we can't have it in white. Obviously, can't have it in white. So you want to pick, I'm going to change this size. I want to really quickly walk through this, and I'm still going to create a second page. So you might want to use this. Let me remove this margin. It could really be confusing some people. Okay, great. So here I have my business. Ensure that this thing, okay, is in the middle. I have my front page. I can decide to increase this. That won't be a sin. Learn how to invest with the best and minimal. So I move to the next page, which does not necessarily have it. The next page, of course, will not have this color. So I'm just going to change it to white and look for a beautiful way to get this done. You could use a grid. Actually, if you feel okay, there's a way I want this to come out. I'm going to bring in a dummy text. So let me bring in text right now. Sorry. Let's choose the size for. So let me delete this. So I'm going to click on this. I think I copied the dummy. Great. I copied the dummy text. So right here, the text is so long. But you can reduce the size and expand this. Amazing. So you're looking at your text at the center of it. You can see the space like beside it too. I could just copy this again and paste it so that I can have something like long for the entire page. Okay, that's too long. Let's assume this is the way the book will look like, and you might just want to use the left alignment. Go to format, use the left alignment, come back here, use it. This is you already formatting this book. So sometimes you see some people use like their numbers are like beneath this place. I'm going to reduce this so we can have enough space to do what we want to do. Okay, so let me move this down a bit and move this down a bit. Just ensure these things are cool. So for me now, I'm talking about zero capital, I'm talking about investments. Is there any other thing that I can do to just make this look amazing? I can actually just go ahead and bring in maybe something like flower, or something like I could click investments. I could type capital. Anything, just type something. Not as an image. I don't want an image, but you could work. Okay, you can see this as a transparent background. I could work with this. Okay, great. So I could just have this very transparent, and then it's going somewhere up here. Very transparent. Great, right? Absolutely great. Absolutely great. This is somehow giving the reader a feel that okay, we are talking about investment here. I could also bring in my little text that contains my number. I can have my number in the middle, like this is the page number. This is one. It won't be this big. This is big. This, wow, 16 is way too big. Sometimes you see some people have their own at this side. You can decide to make your own that way, and sometimes some people want to write their name. You can just decide to say or use something like this. Okay, that could look like one. You can decide to use something like this. I've seen people, you can decide to use something like this. This is just like, it just gives a different feel, a different signature. You can decide to do something like this too. Just make sure that it's not having an entirely different meaning to who you are working for. Why am I not? Okay. There's something I'm looking for. I can't seem to see it here. I'm looking for the one. Okay, yeah. Something like this. right? So here you have already formatted this page to look great. And what about we bring up what about we bring an heading? There's always a chapter one, chapter whatever thing, and then they want to write the topic. Yeah, maybe chapter one, or whichever way it is written. Then select a font. Just look for a great font, okay? You won't spend so much time trying to do that. Just look for a great font. Remember, it's a book. It's not something that should look extremely fancy. And you could just contrast. The reason I'm contrasting, you can see this is um serif. So I could say chapter one. So I'm having my book looking put together and great. Okay, so this looks amazing right now. I could decide that okay, my front page has a line here. This I could decide I want to have something that is very similar to it on the next page. I'm just trying to let you see the things you can come up. As much as I don't want to take time on this, I feel like it will help you greatly with designing. Sorry, like something just very little, just for repetition's sake. It could just be here, and then you choose a brown color that probably just repeats the stuff here, and this is nice. So what do? We go ahead and duplicate this page. Like the person probably needs 21 pages or 52 pages, whatever. Keep duplicating it, keep duplicating it. And most times on for ebooks, you absolutely don't need a back cover. So now we have 23 pages looking like sitting pretty, looking amazing. So this person can actually come here and edit this. Of course, you want to do justice to the number. The person might actually just forget and they don't even work on the number. So just go back to every single page and adjust the number. That is not too much for you to do. Adjust the page number so that once the person get here, they can get this done. Okay. So this is the way for you to make a template. Say that you're doing a flyer in template, in bundles, or you're making anything. It's just a template that somebody can come to edit. So how do you get them to be able to edit it? I'm going to show you that in the next video. Bye.